You don't make this song and be like, wow, this is going to be one of those disruptive songs that, you know, comes out and becomes a hit, and then everyone's going to start making tracks like that, because that's the nature of dance music.
Before the Chainsmokers released their debut studio album, Memories Do Not Open, and tied the record for most consecutive weeks spent inside the top 10 of Billboard with their song Closer, hitting a home run with their track #Selfie, but embarrassed themselves with their performance of the song on American Idol. I don't really know if that counts as a performance. They just hit play and then started taking selfies with the crowd and judges. Although I wouldn't mind taking a selfie with J-Lo, from the back or the front.
But we did it, the way we did it was as good as you could do it if you weren't
we were like, we're not gonna stand behind a DJ booth and
Before narrowly missing the cut for Forbes' list of top earning DJs in 2016 and becoming friends with the Calvin Harris.
What was one artist you bonded over?
Calvin Harris.
Yeah, which is funny because we're friends with him now, and
So what's that like?
to be friends with Calvin Harris?
After
Amazing.
No,
Tracking down the origin story of the Chainsmokers can be pretty tricky because there's a lot of rumors circulating the web, like the two meeting on chat roulette, which would be totally weird. The Chainsmokers, from what I can tell, were originally formed by Pall and a guy named DJ Rhett Bixler. But after DJ Rhett decided to go off on his own, Alex's manager introduced him to Taggard. The two might have been a manufactured duo, but they were a perfect match. Soon they'd be charting Billboard with their comedy track Selfie, but the performance of the track on American Idol damaged their reputation considerably. Suddenly, the Chainsmokers were seen as the embodiment of everything wrong with EDM. So to repair their public image, they had their work cut out for them. Now to make these videos happen, I have to rely on interviews that I find online, and I stumbled upon this absolute gem.
Which is the real meaning of Chainsmokers?
Well, it depends. You know, do you guys smoke weed here?
Yes.
Now if you're a regular watcher of this show, you'll know that that guy looks familiar.
Would you like to give us an oral job lesson?
A blowjob lesson?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Oh.
What's up, baby? We use that guy in all our adult performer bios. What's going on, guys? My name is Michael McCrudden, documenting the lives of Alexander Pall and Andrew Taggard prior to fame, here for you on Before They're Famous. In the past, we've done bios on SKRILLEX, DIPLO, and deadmau5, but you guys gotta let us know who's next in the comments down below. How about Daft Punk? We haven't done them, nor have we done the Calvin Harris. So you let us know who's next in the comments down below. Now let's jump into the Chainsmokers. I need to quit smoking myself, this is getting hard to do. Alexander Pall was born on May 16, 1985 and was raised in Manhattan's Upper East Side. His father was an art dealer and his mother is a housewife. Alex is of French descent, and Alex developed a passion for music early on and tried his hand at DJing at an early age. In middle school, he was classmates with the son of billionaire George Soros before transferring to a private school for fuck-ups in Winchester. Those are his words, not mine. There he started smoking weed and doing shrooms. He attended New York University for art history and music business, where he would complete his schoolwork months in advance to free up time to put on shows and host parties. After graduating, he worked at an art gallery in Chelsea, Manhattan, moonlighting as a DJ. When he formed the first iteration of the group The Chainsmokers with DJ Rhett Bixler, the two DJs were introduced by Adam Alpert, who would become the duo's manager. But not long after forming, DJ Rhett Bixler decided to go his own way. Huge mistake.
But it was ending, or one of the guys was dipping out and wanted to do his own thing, and I wanted to continue on.
Alex asked Adam to find a replacement. Fortunately, Adam was already managing a guy who he thought would be a perfect fit.
We met just through our manager who introduced us. He was working with us individually on solo type projects, I guess.
Andrew Taggard was born on December 31st, 1989 and grew up in Freeport, Maine. His mother is a school teacher where his father was a prosthetic salesman. Growing up, Drew was an emo kid. When he was 15 years old, he went on a school exchange to Argentina and listened to EDM for the first time. He started listening to Daft Punk, Trento Moeller, and David Guetta. For some time, he thought he would get into real estate or be a talent agent, but a high school project got him hooked on producing music. Andrew attended Syracuse University and was interning at Interscope Records for some time, where he realized he would have to do a whole lot of bitch work to maybe go somewhere in the music business. So he decided to stick to his skill set as that of a producer. He also started to take an interest in DJing. He began making songs on his MacBook Pro with a software program called Ableton. Yeah, that's it. And released tracks on SoundCloud. He was back in Maine when someone working for Adam Alpert told him about the Chainsmokers. In an interview with RaverRafting.com, the boys were asked how they truly met and if it was on chat roulette. Their response? That's for us to know and for you to maybe never find out. If that was ever the case, I don't blame them for keeping it a secret. Chat roulette is a strange, strange place. Two crossed paths, however it happened, well, Drew decided to move out to New York City and hook up with Alex Pall.
Doesn't feel that long ago.
Okay.
But we met in our manager's apartment, which is where he used to work out of, like his office. It was kind of funny. I mean, we were all like such bootleg versions of the people we are now. Like
Drew and Alex started out by making remixes of indie bands in Alex's cramped apartment. They were both inspired by Deadmau5 and Pharrell Williams, but wanted to create unique genre-bending music, bringing in elements of indie pop dance and hip-hop. They also idolized Calvin Harris. The Calvin Harris. I don't know why I keep saying that.
There was like dance music and then there was Calvin Harris music, and it was in the dance music world, but it was very inherently his. And we kind of always admired that.
Before the year was out, they collaborated with Bollywood star Priyanka Chopra on the single Erase. They followed this up with the single Rookie in 2013. Although neither tracks charted, they knew they were onto something and kept at it. By the end of 2013, they had put together a song that would soon become their first hit, and it had the perfect name for a viral success. You know, you want to put a trend online? Just name it after one of the most popular hashtags out there. In this case, #selfie. The song was released as a free digital download in December of 2013, then re-released with Dim Mak Records in January of 2014. It hit number 16 on the Billboard Hot 100 and was certified platinum. Suddenly the Chainsmokers now had an international fan base, but at this point had never even put on a concert. Their first live performance would not come until September of 2014 at Terminal 5, opening for Time Flies. And yet it was that same year that the DJ duo appeared on American Idol. They're probably pissed that I'm bringing that up. Hours, fans and fellow artists alike were criticizing their performance, and Alec and Drew became symbols for everything wrong with the EDM industry. Drew said of their performance, "That was like the worst career move that no one warned us about on our team. We had no idea what we were doing at the time, and that was literally a year after we met." Despite all the flack, the duo moved forward. They reached out to other artists to collaborate on some new singles. They teamed up with Siren XX to create the song Kanye. They featured Bully songs on Good Intentions, and they teamed up with the synth-pop group Great Good Fine OK to make Let You Go. In 2015, their manager Adam signed them with Disruptor Records, his joint venture with Sony Music. With Disruptor, they put out their first EP, Bouquet, in October of that year. While the EP was not a total success, peaking at 31 on the Billboard 200, it made it to the number 2 in the US dance category, and they got their first triple platinum certification with the song Roses. In early 2016, they released a follow-up single, Don't Let Me Down, featuring Daya. The song was their biggest hit yet, hitting number 3 on the Billboard and certified quadruple platinum. They played at the Ultra Music Festival in March, where they took the opportunity to publicly denounce Donald Trump. They followed this up with a series of anti-Trump tweets, ending with this less polarizing note. But it's everyone's freedom and personal choice to choose who they vote for, and most importantly, you need to vote regardless of who you support. And of course, they promised fans that more music was on its way. Oh, and good news, more new music very soon, one of our favorites actually. With a smiley face. The favorite song they were probably talking about was Inside Out, featuring vocals from Charlie Nyman. The song was released less than 10 days after that tweet, but the song they probably should have been talking about was their next big hit. Closer featuring Halsey was released on July 29, 2016. The song was their first #1 hit in the US, but it also hit #1 in the UK, Australia, Canada, Belgium, Denmark, Norway, Sweden, and New Zealand. It was everywhere. Their second EP, College, was released a few months later and greatly overshadowed their debut EP, Bouquet. College hit #1 on the US dance charts, 6 on the Hot 200, and was certified gold. At the time of this recording, the Chainsmokers have 3 singles charting top spots on Billboard's Hot 100. The duo's greatly anticipated debut studio album, Memories Do Not Open, is scheduled to be released in April of 2017. As for the rest of the story, well, we'll have to wait and see because this is before they're famous. My name is Mike McCrudden and I do all kinds of bios here on this channel. And this one really showed me that I gotta quit smoking. So I'm running out of breath. It's really hot in here, summer just hit. Or spring. Anyways guys, check out our other videos, hit subscribe, we'll see you in the next one. Boom!